Hello, and welcome to Sermon Burst. My name is Stephen Delacruz, and I am the friend of God. Today's burst is found in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. A gentle answer turns away wrath. Have you ever had a great day? I mean, one of those days that, wow, everything is going your way. Well, I want to share a story with you today about someone who was having a great day. There was an older woman living out in the country. One evening, her water heater stopped working. She lived between two cities. She called the repair shop in the first city and asked if they could send someone out to fix her water heater. They apologized and said, "We don't have anyone available for this evening. In fact, we are booked until next week. If you'd like, we can send someone next week." "No, thank you." So she called the plumber in the next city. And when she was speaking with them, they said, "We can't send anyone out tonight, but we can send someone first thing in the morning. Would that work for you?" And she said, "Well, I have to get to work, but if they don't mind, I'll leave the back door unlocked and they can just walk downstairs to the basement where the water heater is and go ahead and do the repair, if that's all right with them." And the lady on the other side of the phone said, "Yes, that'll work for us." So early the next morning, the technician headed out. It was a wonderful drive, a wonderful day, as he drove way out into the middle of nowhere where the hills become mountains. As he arrived, he stepped out of his vehicle, walked up to the door, and he saw the note the lady had left. It basically said, "Hey, go ahead, head on downstairs. The water heater's to the left in the back of the basement. I do have a dog down there, but he's trained, and he won't bother you." So the repair guy said, "Not a problem. Let's go get this done. It's a great day." So he grabbed his tools and headed on downstairs. And sure enough, when he got to the bottom of the steps, he looked to his left, and there's the water heater. As he started to walk towards the water heater, there he saw a very large, vicious-looking dog, just sitting at attention, not even moving. The dog watched him as he walked across to the other side, and the guy just smiled at him quietly and slowly started walking towards the water heater. The dog didn't move. Just as the lady said, he was trained very well, just sitting there at attention. So the plumber got to work. So in no time, he found what the problem was. This would be an easy fix, and once again, it was going to be a great day. So he reached into his toolbox, found the part, and grabbed the tools. As he started working, he heard someone say, "Is that all you can do?" And he thought for a moment, could the dog be talking to me? He looked over at the dog, and no, it wasn't the dog. The dog was still there, sitting at attention, just looking at him. So he went back to work. And just a few moments later, there's that voice again. "Is that all you can do?" He starts looking around everywhere, and finally he looks up, and there in the corner above him in the basement is a parrot sitting there just staring at him. And he looked at the parrot, and the parrot said, "Is that all you can do?" So when he heard the parrot and he saw the parrot say it, he said, "Okay, I'm not going crazy." So he gets back to work. Well, it took him about 2.5 hours to get the work done, but everything was moving along just fine. The only problem that he had that day was that every few minutes the parrot kept saying, "Is that all you can do?" For 2.5 hours, every few minutes, all he heard was, "Is that all you can do?" Well, finally, he was done. He had put everything back together, turned the water heater back on, and it was working just fine. He cleaned up his area, put everything away. He got up to leave, and he looked over at the dog, and the dog was still sitting in the same place, just looking at him. So he slowly started walking towards the stairs, just to be sure. He didn't want to startle the dog. And as he got close to the stairs, he heard the parrot say to him, "Is that all you can do?" Well, the plumber had heard this for the past 2.5 hours, and he looked back at the bird and he said, "Is that all you can say?" And that parrot looked at him, cocked his head, and said, "Sick 'em." You can imagine what happened next. That great, wonderful day that this plumber was having turned into a mess. I just want to encourage you today, while you're out and about doing the things that God has called you to do, remember, a gentle answer turns away wrath. Hey, I gotta go. Have a great day. And remember, you are not alone.